So greetings of the day, everyone. I'm here back with another interesting IPO which is coming up. That is AA Plus Trade Link Limited. So get set and build in. I hope this IPO brings a lot of good opportunity for investment. But before investing, let's look at the fundamental analysis or an analysis based on the basis of its products or services or even its financials. So I have analyzed all these three and I have come up with a conclusion about this particular IPO. So let's hop into the PPT. So about the company. This company was particularly incorporated in the year 2016 as AA Plus Trade Link Limited, and it has a diverse range of products such as aluminium bars, aluminium scrap, aluminium powder, GI pipes, graphites, and etc. Its major clients are basically from construction and manufacturing industry. As you can see, it's all dealing with aluminiums and blocks and plates which are completely related to construction and manufacturing sector. It further supplies epoxy floor coatings, PU floor coatings, epoxy primer, and epoxy heat resistant coatings. So all these things are completely related to the constructions. Basically, it is floor coating. So no wonder why their clients are from construction as well as manufacturing sector. So let's look at the promoters of the company. The promoters are Ashok Kesha and Rajkumar and Singh. They are the promoters of the company. And then the issue size, they are basically trying to raise funds with the help of fresh issues and not offer. So basically, the promoters are not selling their shares. They are up to fresh issues at rupees 18 per share, where the face value of the share is just 10 rupees and rupees 8 is the share premium. So let's look at the objective as to why they're coming with this IPO. Basically, this IPO is coming up because of the three major objectives which they have stated here. That is augmenting additional working capital requirement, which is working capital is basically the lifeblood of any organization, and then general corporate purpose and to meet the issue expenses. So next, the major milestones and the process of operation. So let's look at the major milestones or the major events of this particular organization. So it was incorporated in the year 2016 and they initially started the business with iron and steel and aluminum products. And then they later diversified the business and introduced various alloys and specialty alloys product. And then they came up with a construction industry and construction industry related chemicals. So that is how this is where this company is today. And the process, let's look at the business process. Basically, when you look at the process, it is quite evident that they are not manufacturing industry. They are just third party resourcing. So let's look at the boxes which is in maroon color. It is like understanding the clientele requirements. That is basically you have a client and you understand the requirements, and then you search for the suitable vendor for the procurement of the materials and negotiating with them, sending the quotation to the client, and then arranging for the dispatch. It's basically you're procuring the materials which your clients require from third-party suppliers. So this means you're completely dependent on the suppliers and you have nothing on your own. So let's look at the financials of the company. So in the year 2018, the revenue was so much, that is 2,204. But then in the year 2019, it reduced. And then in 2020, it has again increased. This shows the volatility in the profits. And this is quite not that good because when you are going for an IPO, it is very essential that you need to have a consistent revenue in order to plan for the future or for the next year. So from this, it is visible that their revenue is not that consistent, and as well as their PAT also. Even the profit after tax, it was 5.58 in the year 2018 and increased to 14 at once, and then it is again reduced by around 4%. I think this is Okay, there's no much difference, but still, it again the pat here is inconsistent. Profit after tax is really essential for any organization because that is the end result, what you will wait for after deducting your tax, depreciation, and all. So let's look at the assets. Since AAP Plus is not into manufacturing, the amount of fixed assets they have is very minimal. The fixed assets again include few these they again include with the office manufacturing assets. I mean office assets, not manufacturing, and also they don't even have intangible assets. It's just tangible assets of some amount, which is already there in their RHP. So the assets here is the result of their assets. I think there is no much changes. Just in the year 2019, the asset value has gone down, and then again it has come up. Basically, the current assets here is the receivables as well as your cash in hand, and then they have rendered few loans. So those loans are again the cash assets which they have. So these are the basically the non-current assets they have. And then pure comparison is basically comparing them with other players in the industry. So the major competitors are Century Extrusions Limited, Sacheta Limited, Sharada Spat Limited, AA Plus Trailing Limited. So these are the above four are the competitors, and it is clear from the PPT. I mean, it is clear from the chart that the PE ratio of Century is the highest, and the next comes our AAP link, AAP plus. This shows that 50% or 57% of their profits are going as dividends, which means the company is not looking for a long-term growth or long-term investments or long-term investments where you can diversify your products or get into a different market segment. This shows they have no much view into the future. So the PE ratio is high, as well as the earnings per share is also have better when compared to others of the industry. Then here is the IPO details. The IPO opening is on July 8th and it will close by July 13th. The face value is 10 rupees per share and the IPO price is 18 rupees. They have a market lot, that is one lot is equal to 8,000 shares and the minimum order quantity is one lot. And then the pre-issue holding here is 58.63% and the post-issue shareholding is 32.78%. And the best part about this IPO is that it is a fresh issue, which means the promoters are not going to sell their shares, which means the promoters have some view into the future telling that this company will grow. So that is why they're not ready to sell their shares. So I think that is a best part about this particular IPO. And next is the business model. They are highly dependent on the suppliers or the core suppliers from whom they procure the materials. So at times if they do not have a good supplier relationship, this might affect our bottom line. That is, this might affect the revenue, because when you don't have a good relationship with your suppliers, I'm sure they're not going to help you out when you really need the materials. So this is the only drawback of this particular IPO, and rest is the financials. The financials are not that constant. So overall, this is about the upcoming IPO that is going to open on July 8th. Thank you. Thanks a lot.